What's up, my Canadian cousins? Welcome back once again. So, I took the Canadian citizenship test very early on in this channel, which I believe I started sometime in last September. Yeah, I believe it's been, no, last September is when I started. And, I wanted to see what my general knowledge is and whether I could pass the test. Some things, just knowing things about parliamentary government in general, I was able to answer questions. Some things are just kind of common sense, but I did not pass. I think passing was 70%, and I got 65, and so I was unsatisfied. I've always intended to come back and redo it. I'm going to do a different test, although I didn't get the answers. I knew what my score was. It didn't actually give you the answers on the test that I took. So I wasn't even sure which ones I got wrong at the time. I do know now. For example, I didn't know who Terry Fox was, and I stupidly answered that he was one of the fathers of Confederation. I very much know who he is now and have done a video about him. I have learned more about him. I plan on doing a Terry Fox run in New York City in this coming fall, and have donated to his foundation and view him as very much a hero. So I've come a long way. To take this test, I really want a perfect score. I am not going to be happy if I just pass. I've learned so much, in the last several months that I will not be satisfied with anything less than a perfect score. For luck, I've got my Tragically Hip shirt on, and hopefully the maple leaf will give me luck. I do know how many points are on the maple leaf without counting them. There are 11. I've learned that. Maybe that will be on this test. I've got my daughter's moose that I bought for her when I visited Toronto many years ago, and it's actually still one of her favorite stuffed animals that she sleeps with, and it's hugging my beer tap right now. I don't mean to suggest anything about Canadians and beer. I'm just saying. The moose is there. Look. All right, guys. So let us get to the test. I will see you on the flip side, and keep your fingers crossed for me, my friends. Okay, thank you. Question 1 of 20. What are the 3 responsibilities of citizenship? No, not A. There's no compulsory military service. No. Most definitely D. What is the meaning of Remembrance Day, Poppy? To remember the sacrifices of Canadians who have served and died in wars up until the present day. Definitely A. I don't need to see the rest. So far, so good. How are members of Parliament chosen? No. They are elected by voters in their local constituency. Yes, definitely B. Name 2 key documents that contain our rights and freedoms. Canadian Charter of Rights. I don't think so. Magna Carta and the Canadian Charter of Rights. C. Because I know about the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Yes, and Magna Carta, just going to pause for a second, is a genesis document for a lot of our rights and freedoms that have come from the English system. Ours included. I saw the Magna Carta was transcribed in multiple copies at the same time, and I saw one of the duplicate originals on loan from Britain to the National Archives in Washington, D.C. one time. It was really super cool. Written in Latin, of course, so I couldn't read it, but And I remember this woman from the South came up to me, and I was studying the document, sort of appreciating the artwork. And by the way, I can read some Latin phrases or words and understand what some mean, especially legal ones. And the lady comes up and she says, "You know, that's not written in English." And I was like, "Yes, thank you, ma'am." Thank you. I understand. Anyway, all right. Question 5 of 20. Who were the founding peoples of Canada? I'm going to say before they put in the answers, that would be the French, the British, and the indigenous people. Aboriginal, Canadian, French, no. There were no British Métis, no. French, British, no. Yeah, Aboriginal, French, and British, yes, D. Who are the Métis? Of Aboriginal and Europeans. Yes, it's C. And I want to do a reaction on Louis Riel at some point soon. Keep forgetting. Inuit mean A, the people, B, the clan, C, the village, D, the land. I do know that the word Canada comes from the word Kanata, which means village, in, was it the Mi'kmaq language? It's the people. It's the people. A lot of indigenous Americans have, North Americans have the translation of their, what they call themselves is the people, like the Lakota, for example. Lakota means people, the people. Cool. I didn't get any wrong yet, did I? No. Who? Oh, uh-oh. I don't know this one. I'm going to take an educated guess and say B. By process of elimination, I don't think it was any of the others. Yay! Whew. I was worried about that one. No. What did the Canadian Pacific Railway symbolize? Definitely not A. Definitely not strong ties between Canada and the USA. I've done videos about this. Yeah, this was one of the imperatives to get it done when it was done was the need to join Western Canada, British Columbia from to the rest of it because of concerns about manifest destiny in below the border. The end of the First World War, no way. So before then, British Commonwealth of Nations, no. D, for sure. What does Confederation mean? Process, no. I believe B, but let me look at the rest. No, B, definitely. Of 20. What does it mean to say that Canada is a constitutional monarchy? It's not A. C. That was easy. Executive, legislative, and judicial for sure. A. Same here. Difference between the role of the sovereign and that of the prime minister. Nope. Sovereign is the titular head of state while the prime minister runs the government. So it's yeah, B. getting there. We're getting there. Don't want to jinx it. 14 out of 20. Who is entitled to vote in the Canadian federal elections? I remember getting this one wrong. I think I got this one wrong. Canadian citizen at least 8. I'm going to say C. Yeah! Wasn't positive, but I was pretty sure. 15 out of 20. What is the highest honor available to Canadians? The Victoria Cross. Sorry if I'm being a little obnoxious. Majority in, the majority in the House of Commons is what they're going to get at, right? Yeah, party with most seats in House of Commons. C. The one thing I will admit to not understanding very much about your specific parliamentary system, which is obviously very much modeled after the British, is you don't have, House of Commons operates in a very similar way. You don't have the House of Lords, you have a Senate, and I would like to learn more about what the Senate's actual power is. I understand that they are sometimes referred to as a rubber stamp, but maybe not exactly. They're an advisory. Do they actually have, is that more in practice? Do they have rights to introduce legislation like our Senate does? Yeah, well, whatever. I'll learn more about it some other time where you guys can tell me in the comments. What are the 3 levels of government? Okay. Yeah, I would say it's going to be A, but let me just look at the rest. Yeah, A. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal. Same here. Federal, state, and local. What is the role of courts to defend Canadian borders? I'm just picturing a bunch of judges wearing their robes, standing at the borders with, I don't know, their gavels. You bad Americans, you don't cross the border. We don't want you here. To keep the people safe and enforce the law, no, that would be the police. National security, no. Settle disputes, of course, yes, D. 2 Canadian symbols, the flag and the hockey stick, maybe unofficially, but now. Florida Loon, no such thing that I know of. Florida League. Maple leaf in the Canadian flag, yes, C. But the beaver, right, is one of the official animals. What provinces are referred to as the Atlantic provinces? Okay, wait a second. I only learned this recently, actually. I know what the maritime provinces were, and I did assume that Newfoundland and Labrador, the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, were part of it, but now I know that they're not, and I learned that recently, and thank God, because I'm going to get this one right. I already see it's A. Yep, it's definitely A. Oh boy, if anyone chose D, they really don't know their geography because, where Manitoba is. Guys, I really wanted to get a perfect score on that, and I did, right? I don't think I got any wrong. And in fact, I think I really only had one doubt. Awesome! I am so psyched about that. Yes, I feel a little bit more like less of a poser and more that I've earned in some small measure I'm not going to say right, but the honor of wearing the maple leaf on my shirt. Okay, my friends, hope you like this, and I will see you soon. Have a good day. Take care.